this debate that they're having is simply a debate. Nothing is going to happen. There's no vote. There's no change going to come. It's just a debate. And
tabled by the Lib Dems, I think it was, as well.
Yeah, and, you know, nothing's going to happen. For me, the problem is the system, Parliament, the whole structure of it. I think even when you get people who really want to do good for society and they go in there, I think the system ultimately corrupts them.
Do you?
Yeah.
So you think you go in good, you get kind of corrupted by the system and you pop out less good?
Yeah, I do.
Do you?
Yeah, I do think that.
Is that fair? What's your view?
No, I don't think that Parliament necessarily corrupts people. I think that there are issues, particularly with the different approaches of the parties. I think it would be fair to say that this at the moment is very much a Conservative Party problem. 2 weeks ago they were in trouble for pouring effluent into the rivers, and this week it's been effluent all over their own backbenches. They are not happy, and they feel that they have been left in the effluent. I'm going to keep using that word rather than...
That's a very sophisticated word.
Well, yeah, I'm being kind to our tea time viewers.
You're remembering it's tea time. Yeah, but hang on just a minute, because it's all well and good, Labour throwing all these stones and going on about corruption and sleaze and all the rest of it, and saying how it's all restricted to the Tories. The reason that a lot of this is prevalent within the Tories is because it's them that's in power. So there's a lot of frustration at the moment about how many Tory MPs are earning a lot of money outside of their jobs. Well, that's because they're the powerful ones at the moment. If you're gonna pay an MP, presumably because you want some kind of influence within Parliament. I'm not saying that's right. Obviously, it's not right, but that's what people do. These organisations are paying huge amounts of money because they want that influence. You're not going to get your influence from the opposition, are you? So, of course, it's going to be predominantly Tories.
Well, it will be predominantly Tories while the Tories are in power, but actually, and the system should change for everybody. And
what do you want to change?
Rules
what does that mean?
I think, personally, that we can have a system whereby we don't have second jobs in any private sector, because why should you?
I think we should also remember as well, while you're sort of saying this is, you know, Tories, that there's been 2 Labour MPs in the last 2 years who's been convicted of crimes.
Absolutely, and I'm very, very glad that they've been thrown out of the Labour Party. I wish the Tories could say the same thing about Robert Robertson. It's actually really important because good MPs work incredibly long hours, incredibly difficult hours, doing an incredibly hard job. They have a job that's made up of so many different parts, the parts that are based in their constituency, where they're dealing with very desperate people, and the parts that are based in Parliament, where they're having to scrutinise legislation on such a huge range of issues. They need to do a really large amount of background work to understand the slightest bit of what they're talking about and what they're doing.